What up guys, JP back at you once again, bringing you guys another Shelf by Shelf. This is episode number 4, a series in which I show you guys everything I own. And you can catch these every Monday and Friday. So with that said, let's hop into episode number 4. We are down one shelf now to the next little spot here. And first up is actually a film that's not, I don't think it's really a horror film. It is Blade Runner in the old snapper case. I've actually not watched this film yet. I got it in a trade, just never got around to checking out. This is the director's cut. So eventually I'll check it out. I heard that there's actually a sequel coming out to that. Sorry here guys, I gotta fix this strap. But yeah, I'm not too sure about that. So continuing along, we have the Blair Witch Project. Love this film. It's one of my favorite films of all time. To me, it is a 10 out of 10. Its scares are ridiculous. It's just a simple premise film that just works so well. There are so many haters of this film though, and I've said this since day one. I just feel like some people see it differently. That's what it comes down to. Just some people see the movie with more of an imagination, and it really gets under their skin, and I'm one of those people. And some people just see it for what it is, a bunch of people walking around in the woods. And if you see it like that, you're probably not going to enjoy it. But if you can put yourself into their position and really put yourself into that situation, man, it's terrifying. And I love the special features on this disc too, just how the film was made. It's just incredible. Of course, we got Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2, which I'm actually a huge fan of. Love Blair Witch 2. I think it's fantastic. Very underrated horror film that not a lot of people talk about. People kind of just, pass it off as if, oh, it's just Blair Witch 2, that one that they didn't do found footage with. It's garbage, but I actually think it's a pretty cool horror film. And I do think that if it wasn't called Blair Witch 2, if it was just called Book of Shadows, and well, I mean, it still has shit to do with the Blair Witch. Maybe if they changed the name or something of the witch in the film, it was like the Edgar's Witch or something. You know what I mean? Like, people might look at it a little differently, but then again, maybe not. Maybe it's just is kind of a mediocre horror film to people, but I like it. After that, we have The Blob, 1988 classic here. Good stuff. The special effects in this film are truly amazing. I love The Blob. I love the original Blob too. I pretty much like the remake and the original about the same, even though I know that the remake has much more love and is considered one of the best. There's just something about the original that I like a lot too. So I like both of them, but I think the original and the remake are very solid. Then we have Blood Glacier. This one's pretty cool. It's sort of like, I don't know, like The Thing type story. A bunch of people out on a glacier and shit happens, like an alien parasite mutation thing. I don't really remember it a whole lot. I think that people liked it a little bit more than I did. It seemed like people were like really high on it, and I was just like, yeah, it was pretty cool. So yeah, Blood Glacier. After that, we have Blood Punch. Now this one is good as hell. I really like this film. Super not known. It was one of my top 10 of 2015, I think. So yeah, this one is definitely a standout flick. It's really cool. It's like Groundhog Day. This Milo Chawthorne kid just keeps waking up in this situation, and he keeps dying every day and shit. It's really good horror comedy. After that, we have Blood Runs Cold. I believe this was actually a Bloody Disgusting Selects, but it does not have the little banner on it that says Bloody Disgusting Selects. It's a pretty cool flick. I actually liked it a good bit. It's sort of a slasher. I think they filmed this movie on just a couple $1,000s, so it's really amazing what they was able to pull off with it. I don't know what country it's from. It's not an American film, but it's pretty cool. It's not a bad little slasher for the amount that it cost. Then we have Blood Slaughter Massacre. I've never watched this. Doesn't really look like it's up my alley. Well, the cover looks good actually, so it does look like it's up my alley, but I'm pretty sure it's awful. This is a Wild Eye releasing film, so you never know what you're gonna get with them. Bloody Birthday. This one I didn't really like, honestly. I thought it was okay. Very forgettable. I don't really remember a whole lot about it, so I can't really tell you too much. And I think it's a Killer Kid film. Maybe I need to rewatch that one. After that, we have a 3-pack here. Blood Gnome, terrible, atrocious movie. Satan's Little Helper, actually really funny and good. I like Satan's Little Helper. And Spliced, from 1996. It's kind of a cool movie. It's like, it's a 90s, it feels like a 90s film. I think it is a 90s film. Yeah, 1996 actually. Yeah, it has that 90s feel, like that strong 90s feel, and it's like, or is it 2002? It might be 2002. I don't even know. I think it might be 2002. I can't remember. We did it for one of those. I watched it in preparation for one of those shows, either the 2002 podcast or the 96 podcast. But yeah, it's kind of a weird movie. Has like a killer named like the Wisher or something. I can't really remember. But it was kind of cool. It was bad but cool. After that, we have Body Snatchers. I've actually not seen this one. It's got the little sniper case there. Is this the... I don't even know which year this is from, but yeah, it's been in the collection. We were supposed to do 4 of the Invasion of the Body Snatchers films years ago on the podcast and never got around to it, so I've had that in my collection for a while. Bones, also in the sniper case here. Got a stupid sticker down there. I remember watching this movie a long time ago, but I really don't remember much about it. I just know Snoop Dogg's in it, so I will revisit that eventually, but it's been a while. After that, we have Bone Sickness. This is another one, Unearthed Films. I actually never watched this. Looks like some sort of zombie film or something like that. Don't know much about it. After that, we have Boneyard. This was actually pretty cool. It was a Charles Nang and Leonard Lakes. They were some serial killers, and it's kind of a documentary on them. I got this from Echo Bridge. Really, it was just, you know, I love those documentaries, so it was pretty cool. And it also comes with the 6 Degrees of Helter Skelter, which is on Charles Manson. After that, we have The Boogeyman and Return of the Boogeyman. I've never watched these, had them in a collection for a long time. Been actually wanting to check them out, but I just never got around to it. So, we'll get to them eventually, guys. After that, we have Boogeyman. This is atrocious. I don't even want to talk about this one. After that, we have The Box. Also, really, really bad. Cool premise. I believe it was actually based on a Twilight Zone episode. Cool premise, just terrible execution. Just, this film feels like it's way smarter than it is, and it just, ugh. After that, we have Breeders, and I actually don't think I watched this one. It came out in 1996, I believe, so I was supposed to check it out for the 96 show, and I just never got around to it. It just never popped it in. After that, we have Brides of Blood. I watched this for the 1968 show, and I don't really remember anything about it other than it wasn't good. After that, we have Broken. This is a really cool slipcover here. This is one of those Dimension Extreme titles. I absolutely love that label. I wish that label continued on. I actually am still in the process of trying to pick up all these Dimension Extremes. I don't have a lot of them, so I still want to get some, but this had like one of the cooler slipcovers. It's really neat. After that, we have Brotherhood of the Wolf. Never got around to watching this one either. I got it in like a contest, and I didn't even think it was a horror film. It looked like an action flick to me, so I just never watched it. After that, we have Bubba Hotep. I watched this for the 2002 show. It was okay. I didn't really like it that much. I think I've heard so many good things about this film for so long. I finally seen it, and I just thought it was okay. I don't know. The comedy is just not the type of stuff that I really, you know, grasp onto. So it was just, I don't know. I've seen way better from Don Coscarelli. Way better. After that, we have Bug. This is a 1970s killer cockroach, exploding cockroach flick. This movie's cool, man. It really is. It's a neat one. I love like nature attacks and like killer insect films. So any of them done in the 70s means practical effects, which means awesome. After that, we have Bug from, who the hell directed this anyway? William Friedkin. Oh man, this is one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's not so much a horror film, but it is amazing, dude. I love this movie. It's so out there, you know. It's like, it reminds me of stuff like Requiem for a Dream and shit like that. Just hardcore. I love this flick. And finally, for this part, guys, we have Bugs, which is a sci-fi essential. This movie was pretty cool. It's like these giant scorpions in like a subway or something like that. So, man, I don't know. I like when sci-fi used to make these movies, like when they actually put a little bit of care into them instead of just like pumping them out with ridiculous, terrible effects. Like this has some bad effects too, but it has some practicals in it as well. So it's just a different time, man. And I liked sci-fi back when they was sci-fi and not SYFY. So that's it for this part, guys. See you next time. Peace.